Alright, so the main point of this video is just me playing and finding the missed contents of the Adversary and the Eye of the Needle. The Fury is a whole different different videos because the Tower and the Perithesis doesn't have a lot. So, because I got most of them, so the Fury would be going to that one. There's a lot of Fury content I didn't grab. And for this one, just be focusing on those two paths. And I will be talking a little bit here and there, and sometimes I won't, because it's kind of just caught random times. Yeah, you know. That's basically it. So, for this video, all of this is just the Adversary and the Eye of the Needle. Missed context that I didn't grab. That's it. Hope you guys enjoy. Right, I forgot. He gave us all the options to attack and free the princess, but we gotta free her anyways.
You know what? Fine. Blade in hand, you charge forward to try and free the princess from her bindings.
Finally! I have no idea what you were just doing, but I'm glad it's over.
They don't even know what. We don't know what flipping off is. Crazy.
You slash across her wrist, her elbow comes crashing down on your skull. An unsettling crack echoes in your ears. It's a devastating blow. Your body crumples to the floor, limbs suddenly refusing to respond. This might be it.
Think, bro? My
That's
head
it,
got
huh?
crushed in.
You've gotten really soft.
No.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Really? In just one blow?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Oh, come on, that's hardly fair. We're not dead. You're just flipping the table over. It is what it is. You're dead. Finished. Over.
I don't think so.
All right. Fine. This whole thing's a frustrating mess anyways. We're better off with a fresh start. I'll see you two next time.
That's it? Go, hold on. Really? Okay.
Then why are you just standing there? Fight me.
Okay. Fine, let's do this.
I guess we'll have to see how this goes. Your hands empty, you charge the princess.
I'm gonna die.
Not pessimism, will you? Right? It's almost like you don't want us to beat her. No, look, I'm rooting for you, I really am. I'm just doing my best to keep my expectations grounded. You don't have a weapon. You're supposed to have a weapon. We'll be fine. Just watch.
Nope.
You attack, fists raised, and the two of you fall into combat. Your clawed fingers tear into her flesh, and her fists and elbows return the blows in kind, bruises blossoming in her wake, and blood vessels rupturing in vivid sprays of gore.
Jesus.
Not bad. You're tougher than I thought you'd be.
Hear that? She respects us. We can pull this off.
Nope.
Yeah. You're right.
But without that knife, you'll never be enough.
Her knee connects with your sternum with a loud, violent crack. The wind leaves your lungs, and as you struggle for breath, you can feel something flooding in to fill the space.
Ooh.
Hot blood, suffocating you from the inside.
You have
Jesus.
to want to kill me. Like this.
You don't so much as see her movement before she deals the killing blow. Everything goes dark, and you die. Are you serious? That's it?
God damn, she just beat my ass. Ooh. She really did just beat my ass.
That's it. Like hell it is. We're not giving up that easy.
Oh.
Now get up. Didn't you hear me? You're dead. There's no getting up from that.
Maybe I'm not. Oh,
Wait,
alive.
no, that's not right. You're not dead anymore.
Yep.
Yes.
Holy
Your eyes
shit.
bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. You're alive.
So bloody now.
The princess takes a step back and looks down at her pulp-covered fists.
I could have sworn I killed you. That's your face splattered on the walls and dripping from my hands.
Why does she seem so scared? I don't know. Can I go get my pristine blade now? It got better.
don't. I don't even know how you're talking to me.
You raise your hands and touch the front of your head.
Oh.
She's
Oh,
not wrong.
holy shit! What the fuck?
What? What did she do? What are we missing? Who cares if we're missing our face? We can fight just fine without one.
Can I go get my pristine blade? Should I just do it, honestly? That shit's funny.
The two of you clash once more. It's not as one-sided as I feared, but it's still a far cry from what I'd hoped. Her injuries, though numerous, pale in comparison to yours, and the wounds you've inflicted upon her barely seem to have slowed her down. As much as you're trying to ignore it, adrenaline pushing you far past your limits,
Jesus.
every movement burns.
This is getting boring. Are you even trying to keep up with me?
She lands another devastating, no, lethal blow. Everything goes dark. Again. And you die. Again. You
Get up.
know what I'm going to say. That we're not dead? Yeah, that we're not dead. Come on, get up. If we can just keep going, we're bound to wear her down eventually. Are you sure she can't do what we're doing right now? There's only one way to find out.
Yep.
Once
Get
more,
back up.
you push yourself back to your mangled feet.
Oh.
How are you still moving? How are you still doing anything?
Well, I never thought she'd be scared, you know, but apparently she is. That's kind of weird, despite that I killed her, you know. But all right.
Bodies aren't supposed to look like that.
An uncharacteristic terror seems to grip her voice.
Okay, this is
Have we
unexpected.
ever seen her afraid before?
That's what I'm
No.
saying.
We haven't.
What the hell?
This is how we win. We can do this forever.
I'm going to put you out of your misery. I don't like looking at you like this. You're all twitching and wrong.
I'd like to see her try. We're invincible. Her fist flies towards where your face used to be, your twisted body incapable of moving out of the way. And then you see nothing. Everything goes dark and we die? Yes, something like that. Well, don't you have something to say? Yeah, I quit.
Oh, you've got another thing coming.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy creak of straining metal. And then a snap. She's loose. You have to make a decision, and you have to make it fast.
Oh my god.
You do your best to scramble up the stairs before the princess can reach you. You coward! You practically feel her steamy breath on the back of your neck, but you manage, just barely, to throw yourself over the threshold and slam the heavy stone doors behind you. You're safe, if only for a moment.
Do you think this door is enough to hold me? You're not getting out of this. I don't care how many things I have to break. I'm getting the fight I want.
The entire cabin shakes as the princess throws herself against the basement door. It's huge and made of stone. We're fine, right? Of course we are. Any second now she's gonna break through that entryway. And we're finally going to get to do what we came here to do. Another impact shakes the
Jesus.
cabin, a massive gash splitting its way up the stone doors. She comes. The doors explode outwards, shards of stone clattering against the walls as the princess emerges from the basement.
Stop running.
We're doomed! In a fit of
We're
violence, the
doomed!
princess explodes across the room and closes the gap between you. You do your best to defend yourself from her onslaught. You're sorely outmatched. For every wound you inflict on her, she inflicts 2 on you until, finally, you're no longer able to so much as stand. Your body is giving out. Giving out? No, nobody's giving out. We're just getting started. Don't be delusional, it's over. You fall to your knees.
Is that it? You're supposed to be tougher than this. Come on, get up. Keep fighting me.
No, this isn't right. Listen to me. Listen to her. We can do this! We can't.
Why won't you get up?
She kicks you in the chest, splinters from your shattered ribs stabbing into your heart and lungs. Your vision starts to swim. Finally, her face, twisted into an expression of disappointment and fury, fades. Everything goes dark, and you die.
All right. The eye or the needle? Oh, okay.
Oh, you've got another thing coming if you think you can just turn around and leave.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy creak of straining metal. And then a snap. She's loose. You
Yep.
have to make a decision, and you have to make it fast.
Okay, let's see what happens here.
You do your best to scramble up the stairs before the princess can reach you. You practically feel her steamy breath on the back of your neck, but you manage, just barely, to throw yourself over the threshold and slam the heavy stone doors behind you. You're safe, if only for a moment. The blade. Take the blade from the altar.
You're fine just the way you are. Thank you.
Are you sure about that?
Do you think this door is enough to hold me?
No.
You're not getting out of
fail.
this.
Intentionally
I
fail.
don't care
No.
how many things I have to break. I'm getting the fight I want.
The entire cabin shakes as the princess throws herself against the basement door. It's huge and made of stone. We're fine, right? If we had a weapon, we'd be fine. Yes, you should probably pick up the blade, shouldn't you? I know I'd feel a lot safer with it. Before you can act, another impact shakes the cabin, a massive gash splitting its way up the stone doors. She comes.
This game's really good for road tripping. A lot of good.
Doors explode outwards, shards of stone clattering against the walls as the princess emerges from the basement.
After everything we've been through, I can't believe this is going to end with you cowering in a corner. You're pathetic.
We're doomed! In a fit of violence, the princess explodes across the room and closes the gap between you. She is merciless. With every blow comes a bloom of fresh pain, igniting nerves you didn't know you even had, your skin bruising and splitting and bleeding as her fists rain down relentlessly. Thankfully, you won't have to bear this agony much longer. Your body has its limits, and she has found them.
There we go.
This. With your body a shapeless pulp,
Damn.
her fingers wrap around what's left of your neck.
Oh. No, I have a better look at her tail. What do you say? She's more like a demon in this case, actually? Sort of. A little bit. Maybe, at least. Maybe.
You disgust me.
You hear a snap, then everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, we're back in the Fury now.
Gone.
I'll be waiting.
You make your way back up the stairs to the cabin above. The princess, surprisingly true to her word, lets you leave. The blade remains where you left it, on the wrought iron altar. Great. Now pick it up and march back down there. I'm tired of us constantly moving in circles instead of fighting her like we're supposed to. Me, I say that. Staying up here doesn't solve anything. All it does is kick the can down the road. If you don't deal with her now, she will find a way out. Those doors are made of stone and she's still in chains. She's strong, yeah, but is she break her chains and smash through stone strong? Wouldn't it be exciting if she was? Here's another idea. What if we just leave? Absolutely not. If you leave, she'll leave, and that'll be the end of everything as...
I'm tired of waiting. You thought you could just leave me down here, didn't you? But I can feel you trembling on the other side of this door. There's nowhere left for you to run.
We're fine, right? If we had a weapon. Yes, I know I'd feel the doors explode outwards. We're doomed. In a fit of violence, she is murdered. I hate this. With your body a shape.
You disgust me.
You hear a snap.
I'll be waiting.
You make your way back. You take the blade from the altar. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon, as I'm sure you're all too aware by now. Blade in hand, you make your way back down the basement stairs. You find the princess waiting for you, just where you left her. See? I knew we could trust her. I told you we could trust her.
Glad to see you finally stopped having cold feet. I could barely wait. My skin is practically crawling with anticipation. Fight me. Now.
Finally ready to complete. Here we go. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade, she's up. You can hear her change. She almost looks...
Oh, you don't actually... That knife may be sharp. It's not fun. You need to put... So
don't let her get in your head. You've only got one shot at this. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow. Think it through. And don't panic. Don't listen. But you don't get a chance to run for the stairs before the princess, loose from her chains, barrels into you and smashes your body to pieces against the wall. You shouldn't have let her break out of her bindings. Why didn't you listen to me? It doesn't matter. No. Dead is dead. Fine, here we go. Oh, we'll make it count. As you bridge the gap, but she's unfazed. She almost looks...
Oh, you don't actually get...
If that's your plan, then you can feel... The princess's grin wide.
Yes. Nothing exists out...
That's not what's going... Don't you all get it? The fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight.
And look at us. We're both so much stronger than we were last time. Think about how much more we can become. Nothing is better than this.
She's right. Imagine how much further we can push each other. Imagine how strong we can be. I warned you on the stairs, and I'll warn you again. Don't get caught up in emotion. Remember why you're here.
I hate using words. They're so clumsy.
Your balance collides. We're fine, but you barely have enough time to notice your grip loose. I said. I didn't say. You might not have said as much. It really doesn't matter.
You forgot this. How much more proof do you need? Would it help to watch me rise from the dead with your own two eyes? Fine. Go ahead. Stab me in the heart. See what happens.
The princess throws open her arms, exposing her chest. Is she really just going to let you slay her? Do it. Do it right now, before she changes her mind. Hold on. What if this is a trick? If she's leaving herself open like this, there's only one way we can strike at her. For all we know, she's 3 steps ahead of us. 3 steps ahead of us? Have you met her? This isn't a trick. And how would you know that? Because I wouldn't think to trick us, so why would she? That's a great point, so please stop hesitating and end this now.
I'm not tricking you. I just don't want you to be afraid. It's boring if you're afraid. Neither of us can die in any way that matters. If you need proof, then take it.
The princess remains unflinching as you run her down, her stoic expression once again curving into a knowing smile as the pristine blade buries deep into her heart. Did she really just let us do that? Apparently, yes.
See you soon.
And then she stumbles back into the wall, the blade still lodged firmly in her chest. She collapses to the ground. She's dead. But it can't be over. She said she'd be back. I know that the two of you had some sort of weird bond, but look on the bright side. Now we don't have to die. Isn't that nice? No, it's not nice. I wanted to fight her forever. This is shit. It's not fair. Life isn't fair, but what's done is done, and whether you like it or not, the entire world is in your debt for saving it from ruin. I'm sure in due time you'll learn to live with yourself. Let's just get out of here. Yes. That sounds like a splendid idea. Thank you for listening to reason. For a second there, I was concerned you'd bought into that stubborn one's madness.
Madness? I'm the only sane one here. I understand what we're supposed to be. The rest of you are in denial.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the base of the stairs. It's time for you to move on to a new, safer chapter of your life.
I'm telling you, she's coming back. She said she's coming back.
She's not.
She is.
She's not coming back. She's dead. Your blade is embedded in her heart. You slew her. It's over. I don't know how many more times or how many different ways I need to express this objective reality before it finally makes its way through your dense skull.
How many different ways have you got left to express it? Because it'll take a hell of a lot more to convince me that she's not coming back.
Oh, I've got plenty. Can the two of you stop arguing?
No!
Yes! I told you I'd be back.
What was that?
You know what that was?
Yes. That's the sound of the entire world being shit out of luck.
Are you walking away from me? You didn't think this would work, did you? I can't believe you were just going to leave me here.
You turn around and see the princess stumbling to her feet, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade you buried in her heart.
You're not getting out of this that easy.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely with you know. But she came. All of you need to settle. Oh, we just missed her heart. Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who... Well, I guess You guess you had... I never said I knew. Nothing. But you did... Oh, stop. Okay, fine. And what? I don't have to... Why the... Because right now... What? You did think it. Yes. So I was wrong. But I think it was the... No. You can't read it. And what? Because all of... And what's wrong? Oh, there's... Because it's tough. Yes. If...
Don't you get it?
With an... It's a lot... Oh, and... Alright. Here it... Free from hesitation. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body and... What happened? Why did everything go dark? You died. That blow was apparently lethal. How anticlimactic.
You don't get it, do you? We're not dead. We're stronger than this. So stop whining and get up.
Saying get up is not going to change the fact that you're dead. How dense are you?
Funny that you're calling me dense when you still haven't figured it out. We can't be dead. We're just like her. All of you need to wake up and enter the new world.
You know, maybe he has a point. If we're dead, how are we still talking? Because you being dead is reality. Because it says right here that you're...
Well,
alive.
That's right.
I thought I lost you there, but you've figured things out, haven't you? Good. The two of us can finally be together.
You and the princess and then you get up, isn't it?
What are you waiting for? I'm right here.
It's the end of...
Far from it.
I feel so...
I don't think that count, did it? Oh, yeah, it does count. Alright. Hey, I got fucking headshot by her
On
elbow.
a path in the wood. If you weren't so damn focused on freeing her, we wouldn't have died back there. You're strong, but you're bullheaded. This isn't a fight, it's a puzzle. She's stronger than us, but we can use that to our advantage.
Yes, we can.
I hate puzzles.
I've never done a puzzle myself, but anything that doesn't get us beaten to death is good in my book. What do you have in mind?
Okay.
Same thing as last time, only we'll be smarter about it. We're getting her out of there. After that, we're seeing what happens.
Are you insane? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If she gets out of here, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Enlighten me then. I have no memory of meeting you, but you've clearly seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. You'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here.
So where does that leave us?
It leaves us exactly where we started, and where I'm sure you've already been before. The princess, left unhindered, will bring about the end of the world. You have to put a stop to her. The only way to do that is to slay her.
Screw it. I'm sick of this smug asshole telling us what to do. If you need help busting her out of there, I'm your man.
Alright.
Welcome aboard. And if things go bad once we get her out of the cabin, well, at least you'll be able to get the fight you wanted.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
rest of you had better keep those two in check. They're far along the edge of a dangerous path. Don't let them go any further.
What if I don't agree with you? What if I do something else?
It's up to you in the end, isn't it? It'd be best if you bought in, but there's not a whole lot we can do to stop you if you decide to do something else.
These are just powerless thoughts and opinions. You don't need to let them drag you and the world to ruin.
Alright, let's go. We gotta go anyways.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
Now, if I recall, we did something different here. I have her give chase to me. I'm pushing stuff hard enough. Red the nearest, slaying once and all. Move to the other side.
No last advice for us?
I don't know what's
No
happening.
Words of warning?
What I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now.
I could use a little catharsis.
There'll be time for that later. For now, you know what you have to do.
Yep.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
With my size,
Blade
this
is
is...
your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
With my size, this is kind of small for me, isn't it? But she is kind of big, and she's bigger than me now,
There's nowhere
apparently,
to
so...
go in here. This is just a
There's
hallway
that.
with a mirror at the end of it.
A mirror? But there isn't a mirror here. There's the iron altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. Does he really not see it?
Or maybe what we see as a mirror, he sees as a door.
It is a door. And before you ask, no, it's not a mirror-shaped door. The object at the end of this room is both door-shaped and a door. There shouldn't be any room for misinterpretation.
Door-shaped in a door. Yes, good
Who
details.
cares what it is? It's in our way, we should
Right.
smash it. Take it.
Take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. Wouldn't want to be pushed around without a way to push back. And she likes when we can push back, doesn't she?
Okay. Okay. Not
You step
the
forward and
response I
approach the door
expected,
to the
but...
basement,
Alright.
hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Smash it!
Bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom,
but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
She hasn't changed as much as she did the time before. She still wants a fight, which means we still know her. We can use that to our advantage.
Dead certain. Everything inside of me screams for it.
This is getting us nowhere. Agreed. We'll have to go down there.
Okay.
You've nowhere to go but down.
You know, this
You
was supposed to be a
start the
nice
difficult
playthrough,
journey,
but now at
gripping
this
the
point,
stone,
I don't know the fucking
lowering
thing.
yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you.
Well, I think I'd have the princess one, so if I need to, I could just restart, honestly.
We best remember how to get back up. The last thing we want is to be stuck between a wall and a raging devil. You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel.
Damn.
The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling.
Oh, I shouldn't
Attack me,
take the
bleed
blade.
me, twist
Ah.
the blade in my flesh.
Oh, well.
Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
If we're trying to break her out, I doubt she'll come willingly. We'll have to use ourselves as bait. I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way to get us both out. And we need to see what happens when she leaves the cabin. You know what? I should have tried to intervene earlier because I can't let you do that. I won't. Tough shit. We're the one in control here. It's not the...
Grumbling
Yeah,
noises.
doesn't feel
Yes.
nice to be yanked around against your will, does it?
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
The princess scoffs.
I'm not frightening you.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want. I'm sick of waiting.
These words, man. It's funny.
I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Okay, she's taken the bait. Now let's get out of here. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top,
Jesus.
hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
We're planning on it.
Yep.
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
You continue to the door. It'd be a real shame if it was stuck. Don't listen to him. Locks are nothing, just barrel through. No!
Die! This is a tough situation, honestly. Wow. I have to fail. I already saw what happens if I made it out. I have to fail, okay?
You neatly throw yourself against the locked door, your will to triumph sapped by the burden of knowing what would have happened should you have succeeded. This truly is for the best.
Your body
Ouch.
pulls taut as her hand wraps around your arm. Before you can even try to pull away, she slams you into the wall, your head bouncing dangerously off the hard stone. Shit. We had a plan. We should have stuck to it.
Why does this feel so empty? Why does it feel so wrong? This isn't how things are supposed to go. This is so cold and disappointing.
Your body still reeling from the impact, your eyes fall on her fist as it drills towards your skull with lethal intent.
Oh, she said. Oh well.
She's gone, and there's that.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that counted, didn't it? Jesus.
Go but down. You start the difficult journey. Change your plans, boys! Impatient. This is her home, not ours. You're going to let her kill us. You charge headlong into the princess, blade flashing in the dim light of the basement.
Yes, 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 yes! Finally, you get it!
My mind is always in the gutters, alright? Shut up. Okay, moving forward.
For a moment, the scales feel balanced, each of you inflicting debilitating wounds on the other, striking in a dizzying synchronicity. But it isn't long before they tip in her favor. The cuts and bruises you've inflicted seem little more than superficial, barely so much as slowing her down as she continues her onslaught. You, in contrast, finding it harder to stand as your body gradually becomes less responsive, less powerful, less stable. You can tell she's trying to make it last, but all it would take is one meaningful strike. The coup de grace.
This was good, but you could have been so much better. I'm beyond you now.
Here it comes. I'll see you all on the other side.
Hopefully.
Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst.
What is this place? Free? This is just... What is this? This is just another place. I don't care about places. I only care about you. Is this what you wanted? For me to see this? Fine then. I've seen it. Are you happy? Are you finally going to come back to me? Are we finally going to fight?
She readies her powerful.
But I don't feel like fighting anymore. I'm cold. It feels like this is where I'm supposed to be, like stepping out of that door with some driving purpose I've long forgotten. But I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I'm so confused. I'm sorry. It's cold.
She's. And there's. Always sits a bit. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door before. Yeah, is her voice.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was.
Go to her.
Dead certain.
We need to get close. You've no remember every crack and crevice. Only you turn to face what her face widen.
There you are. No.
We can't get that close. Really, it's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting? So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
You step forward, stopping just outside the reach of her chains. The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Run. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, Hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back.
Alright.
The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there, and we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
Oh, we'll see about that. Traps aren't real. The only thing that's real is bloodshed.
She charges, fully determined to end you in a single move. Left, now! As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly.
Oh, she doesn't know how to use her weight.
Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned.
Now she's truly a dragon now.
We're actually gonna pull this off, aren't we? You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going, we can't stop now!
My god, just look at her.
You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
Of course I did.
Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Oh, there she goes. Devoured. Alright, that's the end of this episode here for the Adversary. I grabbed everything, that's all I have to broadcast. If you want to see anything else that I missed or didn't show here, that's probably because it's on a separate video, and you can just go watch that if you like. But yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll also be making my own separate video for her, so that's the end of this one, and I'll see you guys next time.